Hey bakers, John Cannell from Preppy Kitchen here, and today we're making one for all the chocolate lovers out there. It's mud pie done the best way ever with an Oreo cookie crust, just amazing chocolate custard filling it up. It's gonna blow your mind and it's not a low-calorie treat, but let's get started. Starting off by chopping 6 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. That's 6 exact ounces, but you know, you can estimate it out. We want to give it a chop so when we stir it into our hot mixture later on, it'll melt up really easily. You won't have any chunks to worry about. Chop, 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 chop. Okay, once your chocolate is all chopped up, you can set it aside and we can work on our Oreo crust or generic chocolate cookie crust, whichever you prefer. I counted out 24 Oreos exactly. They're gonna go, oh wait, where are my blades? Very important for chopping. Okay, 24 Oreos into the food processor. Whiz them up. By the way, if you love Oreos, or even if you mildly like them, you've gotta check out my Oreo cake. I don't even like Oreos to be honest, but in buttercream mixed up, they are like transcendently good. Click up here for that Oreo cake. I have a full tutorial. It's delicious. One of my most popular recipes. Whiz in 5 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. Those Oreos have a lot of salt in them. No extra salt is needed. Smells good. Dump all that Oreo goodness onto your pie tin or dish, pie dish. And now you can spread it around. This is gonna be partially done with some kind of flat instruments to press down, but also with your clean hands. They are gonna be the best tool. Just tamping it down, you need to press this mixture together so it becomes a little bit stronger. And then you're gonna use this tool to press towards the corner to bring some of that material up and form a border. This is pretty basic. I'm sure most of you have done these at home, but just in case, I always like to take you through all the steps. Now it's time to use your fingers and press down. Press, press, press. This is not gonna be a gorgeous pie crust. It's just delicious and easy. My hands are filthy, but this is ready. We're gonna wash and then transfer this to the freezer while we work on the filling. I'm separating the eggs. I need 5 yolks, but I just had to show you, look at these colors. This one's like a normal egg, grocery store. This is the fancy grocery store egg, and the colors, blue, brown, they come in all different shades. So pretty. And I have to show you the yolk. It's crazy. Get ready for this. No. Wait. Look at that color. Do you see how pretty that is? Compared to the normal egg yolk. Very nice. Again, oh my gosh. Anyways, continue on until you have 4, 5 egg yolks. Whisk them up. And we're gonna set it aside. These need to get tempered later on. So in a medium bowl, whisk up 1/2 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. You want like a nice uniform slurry, not big lumps. All right, set that aside. And now for the last little bit of mixing. Into a medium saucepan, you're gonna add in 1 cup of cream, 240 milliliters. Delicious. 1/2 of a cup of milk, a generous 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and we're gonna whisk this up. And now transfer it to a medium-high heat. My milk mixture is warming up and just continuing to stir. I'm adding in 1/2 teaspoon of instant espresso right now. This is totally optional, but I love the way the coffee flavor brings out the chocolate. It's come to a boil. I'm taking it off of the heat right now. I have my whisked up eggs in a large bowl where they should have been all along. Give that starch mixture a whisk and add that in. Get that all in there. Mix it up And now we're gonna temper the eggs by slowly drizzling in the hot milk mixture. This is just gonna get rinsed out really quick, and then we're gonna put it back on the heat. Pour that milk mixture back in, carefully, don't spill. And we're gonna whisk this until it comes to like a boil and thickens up. All right, it's starting to thicken up. I can feel it with my whisk. Once that happens, you really wanna keep stirring and stir a bit harder. You can see on the bottom how it's beginning to thicken up. Okay, we can reduce the heat now to medium and cook for an additional minute. Time to take it off the heat. If you notice some fat separating out because we put a lot of cream in there, people, just whisk, 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 and it'll all reincorporate and look really almost like butterscotch. This tastes really good. I've been sneaking some bites. All right, time to add in our 6 ounces of chopped chocolate. The chocolate will help cool the mixture down and make it delicious. I'm also gonna add in a splash of vanilla. It's optional as well, but why not? That was about a teaspoon. All right, now let's stir it together. This is already like insane. There we go. And I would whisk this up until it's nice and homogeneous and really glossy. It'll also help cool the mixture down just a bit before we add it into our pie shell. Looking pretty good. Let's give it a little taste test. Oh my God. Wow. All right, let's pull that pie crust out of the freezer and dump this in. Add that all in there. Then just give it a swirl so that it looks a little more pretty. A little more pretty. Because this pie is all about indulgence, before I pop it into the fridge to chill, I'm gonna coat it with chocolate ganache. This is like a silky, amazing deliciousness. You can do a 1-to-1 ratio of like bittersweet or semi-sweet chocolate and cream melted together, or a 2-to-1 ratio. This is somewhere in between. So just drizzle it on all over. This will get covered up by whipped cream, so don't worry if it's not perfect looking. But this is gonna be amazing. This is like a chocolate lover's dream. That is all covered, ready to go into the fridge and set. You can serve this like at the end of the day, so maybe like in 4 hours or so, or you can just make this the night ahead, top it with whipped cream and some crushed Oreos before serving. What we're gonna do is swap out and whip some up right now. We're topping this pie off with a mound of whipped cream. So let's add in 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. For the 2 cups, we're adding in a 1/4 cup of confectioner sugar. Whip that up along with a splash of vanilla. Keep an eye on this. My goodness. Okay, so that's whipped up and time to assemble. Pile that whipped cream onto that chocolate pie. Use the spatula to spread it around and then add some shaved chocolate to the top for a finishing touch. You could also add crumbled Oreos if you prefer. All right, I might have to exercise tomorrow. Do some penance because, I mean, I cut myself a giant piece. Okay, the things I do for YouTube. It is like, I see why they call it mud pie. Wow. Wow. Okay, if you love chocolate, this is for you. It is like, I mean, I made this rich, people. The coffee we added, it seemed like a lot at first because I was testing the custard. It really doesn't poke through that hard right now. It's all about accentuating the chocolate flavor in this chocolate lover's dream. If you like this recipe, check out my chocolate pie. It is a crispy butter crust filled with airy but super rich chocolate mousse and whipped cream. If you like my videos, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.